What is up, everybody? Jason here, out in the park. I am watching my buddy dog right here. She's a little pup. That's Zoe. She's enjoying her time out by a little pond, catching some vitamin D. And if you're not paying attention to social media, if you haven't hit the news feeds yet, let me just let you know right now. Conor McGregor has been arrested for an alleged attempted sexual assault, this time in France. And I just want to say this. For over a year and a half now, well over a year and a half, okay? It's almost closer to 2 years. I have been trying to expose the fact that there is a plethora of evidence out there that Conor McGregor is a violent, serial rapist. Let me say this again. A violent serial rapist. And in large part, the mainstream media has not only protected McGregor, they have distorted the facts and they have simply refused to report on the truth. There are actually very few people that will even touch the subject in the United States. I believe the New York Times had one person that was trying to do it. And remember, the last time it was done at the press conference at the Cowboy fight, Cowboy jumped in and defended McGregor. And since then, we really haven't heard much. And we're talking about the first sexual assault that was violent and that we know about is December of 2018 now. Can you believe that? December of 2018. And that one is still not touched. And why am I bringing this up with John Mcdermott? Well, if you don't know, John Mcdermott is the journalist that I sparred with back and forth yesterday about trutherism, conspiracy culture, loose change in particular, misinformation, disinformation, fact-checking. And one of the points that he tried to make is that, if 9/11 was this huge story like I make it out to be, then every journalist worth their salt would want to crack it because they would all want the credit for it. And I brought up the fact that, the Assange story is not being told. I talked about Seth Rich and Seymour Hersh as also unreported stories. And I wish I had brought up McGregor. I believe, actually, when he first interviewed me, and I'm going to check that interview, that I talked about how the McGregor story is just a simple sexual assault story, and yet it is being censored. What is it? So, see, she's on this little leash thing. She didn't love it. But anyway, and they're not reporting that. And I said, that's the powers that be. That's the UFC. That's WME Entertainment. That's Disney. That's Reebok. That's people that have a vested interest in making a lot of money on the McGregor brand. So I am inviting John Mcdermott. I'm going to send him this video to break this story, bro. You want all the credit. This is a huge story. This is the #1 recognized athlete, maybe in the world. Definitely in the United States. Definitely the biggest combat sports athlete in the U.S. The breadwinner, the moneymaker. And I'm going to send you, John, my thread in this video suggesting you do this of all the evidence that's already publicly available. And then if you look at the leaked WhatsApp messages, you'll actually have names and contact information for some of the other journalists that worked on this overseas. So, John, I'm going to give you the biggest story of your career. I promise you, if you're the first one in the mainstream that gets something published about the extensive amount of evidence of not just one sexual assault in December of 2018, but then another alleged sexual assault later in October of 2019, and then even the allegations against he and Charlie Ward in California, all of which I've covered. I know you wrapped yourself up. Hold on, let's see if we can walk around with the dog. And come on, Zo, come on. Yeah, come on. Let's go this way. Come on. No. Oh, dogs. Here, come here. I can't do it unless you move it, Zoe. Sorry, guys. Thumbs up, subscribe, and share, by the way. Okay, there you go, baby. Look at that. Now you're unwrapped. How about that? How good is that? Oh, she needs a lot of love and attention. So again, this just shows the media bias. And by the way, what I'm going to do later is I'm going to go through all the evidence that in December of 2018, Conor McGregor, amongst a number of people, violently beat and raped a woman who knew his family. Okay, was a family friend in front of people. And that it was so bad that she had to have a tampon allegedly removed from her cervix surgically, that she was also anally raped because she was on her rag. And this whole thing popped off after he tried to kiss her. She said no and slapped him in front of these people. Listen, do you think, let's just talk about not Conor McGregor. Do you think that violent serial rapists stop, especially when they have money and power? Is that a trend? Or do people with money and power and influence and fame often break the law and feel like they are unaccountable? Well, you got to start thinking about these things. And it's extremely disturbing to me, because if you don't think that ESPN Plus or Disney or WME or Dana White doesn't know about this, of course they know about it. And they've accepted it. And they've defended it in a way that is silent, but really violent against society, right? They promoted him as a childhood superstar. They made him into an action figure for his shoes. They're saying he just proposed to his longtime girlfriend. They promote him as a family man. That's why he chose Cowboy, because Cowboy's a family man too, right? And that's society lying to you. That's corporations lying to you. If they'll lie to you about something like that, what do you think governments will lie to you about? What do you think billionaires will lie to you about? If you can't even get that story out there, John, how much are we really telling the truth out there in the media? So again, John, this is your opportunity, brother. You can do it. You can break this story in the United States. Because when I read the TMZ story, right? TMZ publishes this story. And at the bottom, they say he's got a long history with the law, and they show the assault on the old man and all these other things that he's done, but they don't even whisper about the other alleged sexual assaults. They would dare not even whisper that. So the information's still being controlled today. I know we're going to go soon. Yeah, I know you're very anxious and you want to get on that walk. Again, guys, just so everybody knows, this is not my dog. I was trying to. There we go. She's not mine. That's my buddy's. She's just a pup. So guys, hopefully you checked out my interview. Stop it. Hey, stop. Here, I'll stand by you. You checked out my interview with John McDermott, and you let him know how you felt. I mean, to me, again, his article will never get fact-checked, and that's why we had to fact-check it on the air. You know, there's never going to be some Facebook thing goes, well, this is partly misinformation because they said there was no second debris field outside of Indian Lake, and oh, wait a minute, it is outside of Shanksville and Indian Lake, and it is in New Baltimore, and it is 8 miles away, and it is over a mountain ridge, and there are photographs of the debris, and there are media accounts that conclude this, but we're allowed to say your film is the godfather of the misinformation age. You see how ironic that is? And then you'll defend it by saying that reporters are narcissists and would report any story that's huge and would never, ever, ever shy away from a story so big. So here it is, John. I'm giving it to you. I'm going to give you the sample thread. I'm going to send you this video. All right. Go through this thread and break the story. I already sent him the Seymour Hersh stuff. I doubt he's going to delve into that because he seems like a bit of a lefty, and they don't want to touch anything that might put Russiagate in a more embarrassing light. And certainly the Seymour Hersh audio and evidence about Seth Rich does that. But this one's apolitical, brother. This is Conor McGregor. Is he a violent serial rapist? Who knew? Who covered it up? And why? Go. For those of you out there just joining the Burmist Brigade, remember what you just heard is harmful content. We are fully demonetized on this platform. The only way we're able to do it is through the GoFundMe link down below. $5, $10, $15. It means the world to me. Big donors need you now more than ever. Getting ready to move to Iowa. I'm going to miss this place. It's so gorgeous out here. I mean, I am going to miss Oneonta, New York, for sure. But McGregor's innocent. You're such netty boy. See, this is the funny thing. They'll say he's innocent, even on this latest one, without any evidence and without even knowing any of the case, because they're that much of fanboys. They're that in love with the illusion. It's dangerous. Guys, I love you. I'll see you on the flip side.